Well, I'm a wee bit jealous, John. I love this, I really do. I've been doing a bit of research on this as well on the net. Pretty sure I can put it back together. I think I mentioned to you that I was going to box it up, see how it works, and take it apart again. Well, I think I'm going to skip that stretch because I think I know where I'm at with it. I've emailed you this morning to ask if I can actually strip this movement. Thankfully, the platform escapement, which is that bit at the bottom there, seems to be okay. I'd like to strip that and give it a bit of a clean, but as I mentioned in the email, I feel that at some point it's not had a cover on it. There's an awful lot of dust around it also on the movement, which isn't going to be helping. So I'll await your response before I go any further, but I'm hoping you'll say yay, go for it, and I'll be putting all this back in the box to work on the movement first, give everything a good clean polish, check the plates for wear, and I'll strip that as best I can. That's a bit of a fiddly job, which I like to take my time with. Put it all back together, and then I'm hoping you'll let me clean and try and get this something like newish again. Anyway, I await your call. Or mail. Right, put my teeth in. The following few photos will show you me stripping and moving. It's quite an easy strip. What I just have noticed, I don't know if you can see there, top right, there's a screw missing from the platform escapement. I don't know if it's just worked loose or whether the thread's gone. I must remember when I'm putting it back together in a few days that's missing, and I'll try and replace it. Anyway, as I say, the following couple of photos, well, more than a couple, will show you this being taken apart. As I hope you remember from the first video that you saw, I like to reduce as much as possible friction within the movement. Now, I have checked these wheel pivots, and to be perfectly honest with you, they do seem in very good condition. I checked them through a magnifying glass. So I am just going to gently polish them in the lathe, and then I'll look at any wear that there might be in the plates. A couple of photos showing you some of them being done here. Okay, I've checked the plates, and brilliantly, there is not much wear in them. Nothing that requires a repair anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip this. I think it's okay. I think I mentioned in an email to you that I think it's fine, which is good. It's not a particularly expensive platform escapement. Can you see that shadow of oil there, though? There we go, just there. The thing's filthy for some reason, and underneath, I don't know if it'll show up very well, but hang on, just get the light off it. There we go. See how badly tarnished that is? I'm not sure that that is an original escapement, because the quality of it, to me, is just a little bit too poor. But anyway, I'm going to see if I can tidy it up a bit. It just means I'm going to have to strip it from the top. I'll clean the jewels out, and there aren't many of them. If I flip it back again, I think there's one on the bottom. There should be, there normally is. No, that point there, that's slap bang in the middle of the screen, that should have a jewel in it, and that isn't jeweled, so no jewel there. On the top, there's a jewel in the middle. I'm trying to highlight it so you can just see a different colour. Let's try there. You see that there? Slightly purpley, pinky. So it's got one jewel there, and it's got one jewel there on the escape wheel. So as I say, I'm going to strip it, I'll clean it. I've got some special oil that I can use on the jewels, and hopefully it'll work when I put it back together. Okay, as you can see, I've completely stripped it. I've cleaned it as best I can. The jewels appear to be okay in it. So the next couple of photographs will show you me putting it back together, and then I have a special oil that is only used on this type of escapement. I'll give it a very gentle oil on the jewels. I haven't got room on the bench to show you that I've completely done the movement now. All the little parts are in there. It's an old thing that I do. Every single part is cleaned and polished and checked by hand. It's quite time consuming, but it's a bit therapeutic in its own way. This is the clock itself, which I'm going to clean up for you. I'm expecting this to take a good 7 or 8 hours, but I'll take a couple of pictures as I'm going along. Just a little footnote, I'm going to do the rods first. Quite easy, the feet are a bit grubby as you can see, but what I have noticed, I'll get down this end, the cork, I think it's cork, yeah, is in shocking condition. It's missing off this one, so I'm going to replace these with felt pads once I've cleaned it up. Okay, the base was the last thing that I had to do on the cleaning and polishing side. Really, this needs doing properly. If I remember, when I bring it back to you, I think it's been left in a window. I think it's been used in a window, and not advisable for any clock. So I would say please don't put this one in. The as you probably know yourself, but the base was actually quite faded, and possibly still is. I haven't sanded it, but I have re-waxed it and stained it a bit. The next video, I'll show you all the polishing and cleaning I've done. I know I've done photos, but believe you me, I've done a good few hours cleaning and polishing, and then I'm going to figure out how to put it back together. Hopefully it's all ready to go back together now. That's the movement, the platform escapement I've got in the bag there. As I say, that's the movement. I'll be putting that together first. I've got some felt pads to fit to the feet. I'm going to use the new ball bearings. I think I haven't cleaned the old ones, so I'm going to use the new ones and try that first. And next few photos will hopefully showing you me figuring it out how it all goes together again. I am hoping that that is it. That's the finished clock. I put it at an angle on my bench so that I could get to the platform escapement for you to actually see it ticking. There we go, there we go. What I'm going to do is put it behind some perspex, and I'm going to run it for a couple of weeks, make sure it's okay. So let's keep our fingers crossed that all will be well.